Hello everyone. Okay, we have about 2 minutes, so if you're catching the replay, just fast forward 2 minutes. I'm gonna get us some music going. Till then I'll just sing. I'll sing for you. Let's see. Maybe I won't get some music going. It's not working out like I wanted it to. All right. Almost got to set up here. All right. Just go here. Go here. All right. Hopefully y'all can hear me. I am coming to you from my office / the playroom. Okay, so we should be good. Let me open this up on here. There we go. All right, so I did type out an outline because I tend to kind of go down rabbit holes, and I wanted to make sure I stayed clear and focused and was respectful of everybody's time and what we were doing. So I am gonna attempt not to gesticulate a lot because I think it can be really distracting, but consider yourself warned. Okay, so my name is Whitney Andrus. I am a partner with Kalaya. I am kind of the ringleader, for better or worse, of the glorious flock, which is what we call our little group of partners with Kalaya. We set up these little events once a month just to introduce people, to get a different perspective, to kind of get an all-around overview of what Kalaya is, what we're all about, what the products are, and all that good stuff. So this video is going to be product focused, and if you want to see the opportunity focused video, you can watch the next one. So without further ado, I'm going to jump right in. So let's get to know Kalaya as a product. Like I said, you can get to know Kalaya as an opportunity in the following video. I'm going to make them in 2 separate videos. That way you can watch them and kind of be focused on one thing at a time. So Kalaya was started by Gaia. It was actually started, and I guess she started getting it all together about a year ago. The company itself is 8 months old. Hey Grayson, it brings safer, I got your wave. It brings safer, effective ingredients to the skincare industry while providing a viable business opportunity for women. So it's really clean. It's really simple. It's all that stuff. I'm actually going to move the comments off that and follow the comments on the computer. And why this is important, why I think what sets Kalaya apart from others, is to really understand the trajectory and how the skincare industry has changed over time. The skincare industry has gone from really aggressive products to much safer options and alternatives, providing the same effective results. So you go from being in a moisturize mindset. I mean, I can remember my grandmother having like lines of skincare products and growing up on that little square. Can I get like a little amen if we remember they still have them, the square bottles of that yellow Clinique cream. And I mean, that's what we grew up on, and that was going to solve all of our problems, and that was it, and that was the best thing ever. And all of those products are good in their own regard, but what wasn't happening with the moisturizing is that we weren't actually giving our skin and our body what it needed. So we moved into kind of the 90s to even out to more aggressive skincare regimens that involve things like salicylic acid, fruit acids, chemical peels, Botox, all those good things that treat from a very aggressive level. And whereas they produce results, they always come with a side effect. So it's like I say, I can treat my acne with all those things and I can get rid of my breakouts, but I'm also not giving my skin what it needs to stop the aging, to age gracefully and do that. Like I'm actually drying out my skin. Not to mention, I can remember being sick to my stomach with medications that I needed to take for my breakouts. So it just all came with a side effect. And thank goodness we've moved into more of a natural thing. And natural is great if it's effective. But if it's not effective, then you're just slathering on, and you're just wasting your money. And that's where that product graveyard comes in. I don't know if you all have the product graveyard, but I have a slew of the product graveyard. But that kind of brings, so what makes Kalaya effective, right? As a product. So 2 things. We use natural ingredients that we're going to go through, and they pack a punch, for lack of a better term. And we use modern delivery systems to make sure that they kind of get both deep into the skin and deliver those effective results. But all of this is just a fancy way of saying we give the skin what it needs to catch up. To understand what your skin needs, you need to understand what causes most skin conditions like aging, enlarged pores, breakouts, and more. And just to kind of give you a spoiler alert, you can stop watching here. It's inflammation most of the time. Inflammation and then some bonds that grab things together, which we'll talk about stuff. So you may be here because you're struggling with aging or wrinkles or dark spots, any of that stuff. Inflammation. Aging is just your body not being able to keep up with all the damage. So it goes back to, you need to give your body what it needs to repair itself. And that's where Kalaya comes in. So we have anti-inflammatory properties, which help with aging and large pores, like gotu kola, turmeric, cloves, Indian gentian leaves. All of these things deliver the things that your skin needs to catch up. And it's not that it happens overnight. It takes time to repair the damage. But if you give the body what it needs, it's going to repair itself. And so that's aging, those wrinkles, those dark spots, all that stuff. So what causes breakouts? And y'all, I'm addressing this from a very basic standpoint. There's so much more to it, but I'm just going to try to deliver the salt here. So what causes breakouts? Breakouts are caused by a bond between 3 things: sebum, skin cells, and bacteria. And they bond together and they get in the skin and they form really bad breakouts, And all that is great, great, and wonderful. We have a tendency to want to scrub them away, or we have a tendency to want to just antibacterial them away, to dry everything out, to pull everything out, just always causing one thing after another. Grayson says, my skin has finally calmed down, y'all, and I'm doing and spending less. And I think that's really what it comes down to. When you're giving your skin what it needs, and when you take the time to deliver what it needs, you're going to need less product. And we'll talk about that when we get to the ingredients. And it's going to be effective. You're going to do less. You don't need these big fancy things, these big regimens. And look, I'm not judging you if that's your thing. By all means, I have my things too, but I don't want you to feel like you have to do that to get the results that you want. So if you get nothing else from this, get with whoever invited you here and be like, look, I want to try this. Give us 30 days. You get a money back guarantee, and let's see what we can do for you. See, rabbit hole. But okay, so what causes breakouts? So we have a tendency when those things bond, the sebum, the skin cells, and the bacteria, to want to scrub them away, dry them out, all that stuff. But the problem is we're not actually breaking those bonds apart. So you need to break those bonds apart. And Kalaya has the enzymes that can do that. One of the specific things is in our cleansing bar, and it's the papaya enzyme. And then you want to practice prevention. So detoxifying, antiseptic properties, exfoliation, and then of course anti-inflammatory things, so that you're not causing one problem by solving another. So that's all the kind of basics on how Kalaya works, okay? Why it works so well, everything. It provides your skin with what it needs to keep caught up and to break down those bonds that can cause breakouts. So let's get into some of the things that I Really love. I love that it works. I love the effectiveness, but I also love that Kalaya is fully transparent on what's in their products and what it's doing. So one of the things I want to touch on is that if you see a product that has the word fragrance or perfume, that's actually a way that the company doesn't have to release what that's actually contained of under like proprietary blends and stuff like that. It's a good way to hide stuff. And I don't know about you, but it's like, I want to be able to make the choice. So maybe I am putting something that I really wouldn't love in my skin, in my body. Hello, I have an obsession with oatmeal cream pies. I don't know that I've ever really admitted that before, but, I want to be able to make that choice for myself, right? If you see words like fragrance, perfume, or anything else, you don't get all the information to be able to make that choice for yourself. So that's something that you won't see at Kalaya. We do use the term fragrance with a purpose. It just means that everything you smell in Kalaya, thanks for that giggle, everything that you smell in Kalaya, that fragrance, everything, it serves a purpose. And so you're not going to find anything that isn't great, grand, and wonderful. You can find all the ingredients in our labels. It also, we use something called the Bright and Blur Complex. This just simply means that it's our unique blend, and you can see all those blends and everything that's contained in it on the back. And it's just meant to lighten, brighten your skin and kind of blur it out, reduce the look of fine lines, wrinkles, and your pores, keeping you selfie ready. So fully transparent, you can always find the ingredients, always ask questions. We're happy to answer them. Hey, Elena. So let's talk the specific products. So I should have brought water in here and I didn't. We start with our newly released today, cleansing bar. So there's a reason that we're doing this video today. Our cleansing bar. Our cleansing bar is probably the game changer for so many people on so many levels. One, you can use it all over your body. Two, it's great if you have teens or anything struggling with breakouts or anything like that. The cleansing bar alone is going to pack a major punch without, one, you spending an arm and a leg on these big fancy treatments for them, taking them to the dermatologist, all that stuff, because it has things like that papaya enzyme to break down those bonds. So it also is going to gently exfoliate, but it has activated charcoal with detoxifying properties, papaya enzymes, like I said, to break down the bonds discussed above. It has bergamot oil, which is great for lightening, antibacterial, anti-inflammatory, aging, and helps to reduce the look of scars and more. So bergamot oil has been used in ancient medicines for ages. So one of the things that I like about it that I've noticed is since I've started using it, when I struggled with breakouts, I was left with the scars and stuff. So you can still see they're fading right here. So right now, the only makeup that I have on is I have a mascara. You can't even really see because my computer is like right there. I have on mascara and I have on lip gloss and that's powder. But you can see my scars from my breakouts are fading. If you saw what under my neck looked like prior, you would be amazed. So Grayson says, my 16-year-old is loving it. She has sensitive skin and deals with eczema. There you go, kids. And then ginger. Ginger is a great antioxidant. It's gonna give you great things to reduce the look of fine lines, wrinkles, and you need those antioxidants to help with, y'all say it with me, aging. So the Fresh Canvas Exfoliating Powder. This is one of those that can be really intimidating, but it shouldn't be. It comes in a powder form. You mix it with a drop of water. You mix it to toothpaste consistency, and it is amazing. It gently buffs away and exfoliates your skin without drying it out. It has things like, I'm so glad it's black. Otherwise, my son would never even think about using it. I'm so excited to see his progress. I love it. That's another thing about the cleansing bar. The scent is great for men and women. It's very unisex. They don't walk away. My husband actually loves the smell of lavender. He's actually really sad that we're out of our lavandre, as he calls it, bar. He's kidding, but, you know, whatever. So let's talk the Fresh Canvas Exfoliating Powder. Y'all, this is really good. It is great for all skin types, and it buffs away those skin cells and exfoliates without drying out your skin. So it has things like kale and clay to remove and pull the impurities from the skin, rose oil, antioxidants, amino acids, all of which are treating common skin conditions such as, ready? Aging, redness, and even, say it with me, adult acne. Can I get an amen? This versatile oil is perfect for all skin types. And its soothing effects also make it great for those with sensitive skin. So I think a lot of people, I say all this and I pack that because the exfoliator can be really intimidating, but it is absolutely a godsend for your skin. It also has hibiscus, which you may be like, oh, I like hibiscus flowers. Those are pretty, right? I want a Hole. They're packed with alpha hydroxy acids that are known to exfoliate, control oily skin, clog pores, and all encourage fresher, younger, smoother looking skin, y'all. So that graceful aging that we're all going for. Third product, arguably, I'm going to say arguably because I really might be turned to the cleanser as the MVP, but the unicorn magic in a bottle, y'all, the serum. Our serum is packed with that bright and blur complex of turmeric. Sorry, I keep looking at the comments too. Turmeric, which has anti-inflammatory qualities. It's known to reduce scarring, that brightening. And this combination of uses can really, really help it clear up your skin from acne and breakouts, and reduce the look of fine lines and wrinkles. The thing about turmeric is that a little bit goes a long way. I don't know if you are familiar with turmeric, but just to give you an example, I was using it in cooking and one day I spilled it, and it was not a pretty sight. I think everything in my kitchen was stained for a long time, and it's just a very, very intense spice, and a tiny bit goes a long way. Another thing in it is gotu kola. You may have never heard of it before. I know I hadn't, but now I am in like a gotu kola rabbit hole in researching it and all that good stuff and trying to figure out how to grow it myself. Gotu kola acts as a toner for the skin. So when you put on the serum, you might notice that your skin tightens up a little bit. That's that toner kind of closing up your pores and all that stuff. It can promote collagen reproduction in the human body, and it can definitely help in improving the condition of aging skin, wrinkles, and fine lines. So I think that I'm going to stop here for a hot second and talk about the how it can promote collagen reproduction. One of the things you may see happen when you use any kind of high quality skincare regimen, especially if it promotes cell turnover or collagen reproduction, is a purging period. It's going to pull things from deep inside. It's going to make your skin oilier. But if you stick with it for like 3 weeks, you'll find that all those things just kind of fade away. Another thing in the Keep Smooth Serum is Indian gentian leaf, which is helps support the tone and texture of skin, cell turnover. I just talked about that, and it again helps reduce the look of fine lines and wrinkles. And then the last product that we're going to talk about tonight, y'all, we are making great time, so definitely ask questions if you have them. Is the Hold Tight Overnight Cream. This is packed with bamboo silica, which may not mean a lot to you, but let's talk about silica. So silica, when oxygen hits it, silicon forms silica, or silicon dioxide, which is essential in our bodies for flexible joints, glowing skin, and stronger nails, teeth, and bones. The big thing about it that I want you to know in this overnight cream is that it's moisture retaining, and so when your skin gets that silica, it naturally helps the skin retain more moisture, keeping it looking subtle and more youthful, again, aging gracefully. So why is it important that it's bamboo silica? Because bamboo contains, is the richest known source of silica. It contains 70% organic silica and 10 times more potent than horse-tail silica. So I think that's really important for you to know. And then another ingredient in our Hold Tight cream is I have clients noticing tightening around the necks. Nature's Botox, y'all. Amen, sister friend. Cinnamon, it dries out the pimples, so you may be scared to use, especially if you suffer with breakouts, an overnight cream. But it has ingredients like cinnamon in it, which dries out pimples, plumps the skin. It brings oxygen and blood to the surface to unclog and open pores, removing excess oil from the skin's surface. Again, I'm going to go back to that purge period. Anything you're using that's a high quality product that has ingredients that are going to promote bringing things to the surface and turning it over, it's going to cause things may seem to get a little worse before they get better, but stick with it. That's just, it takes, remember when I said that it takes a hot second to repair damaged skin, y'all? And if you give the body what it needs, it's going to take action and it's going to do what it needs to do. So that's all I have on the products of Kalaya. I am going to hop off, give y'all a chance to catch up, take a breath, ask any questions if y'all have them. I have Grayson, who is a rock star on this team, who's also a leader in the Glorious Flock. So Grayson, if I missed anything, definitely let me know below. I'm going to hang on for a minute. And then we're going to jump into, whereas the products are some of my favorite, I think the opportunity is something that I am so beyond passionate for. So when you get done watching this video, definitely check in with the opportunity video. So yeah, Grayson, did I miss anything or did we get everything? I'll dance for a second. All right, y'all. I am going to hop off. If you have questions, ask them in the comments below. I promise you one of us is going to get to you. All right, guys. Bye.